Good.
But we'll go football. Like it or not, Matt Ryan retired. I thought it was happened last year, but he officially retired.
No, good for him, man. I mean, he's the Jim Everett of modern NFL football, right?
Oh, come on.
am I wrong?
I mean, really.
Okay,
the Super Bowl.
I know that does not conjure up anything for me.
You don't think so?
Well, no, I mean, Jim Everett doesn't remind me of anything.
But that's my point, right? Like, he's a guy who, he looked like a quarterback. He played like a quarterback. You know, you would hear and see highlights every week where he played really well and the record for the Rams were good and they went to the playoffs deep. They make that Super Bowl, right? But other than that, can you think of a Matt Ryan moment that immediately pops in your head outside of blowing that lead in the Super Bowl?
Well, that's the moment. I mean, unfortunately, that's your career now. Here you are, an MVP type quarterback. You know, remembered like for years. Let's not.
And like it was so not his fault.
Yeah, and it wasn't his fault for the most part. But that being said, he was a half a football away from getting a Super Bowl trophy, and we would think his career is totally different than we do today. But once you hit the suit and you hit the mic and you're doing a game, you're not coming back. I mean, Tom Brady's sitting in a barber's chair talking about coming back. He's not coming back. And even if he does come back, who would he come back to? Let's be honest. Go to the booth, retire, you're done. It's over. You can't play at that speed of football anymore.
I understand, though, why he waited, because you saw what happened with Joe Flacco, and after Joe Flacco made his run, he did. Now there's whispers that he's a legitimate NFL Hall of Famer, and somebody brought up, you know, is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? In what world is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? Like, why is it not good enough to just be a great NFL quarterback that made a whole bunch of money?
People that we like, we want them to be Hall of Famers. You know that as a Bills fan.
Did he have a 2-4 record in the playoffs as a career? Was it 6 games with a 2-4 record? Because if that's the case, are you out of your effing mind, man? Ryan Fitzpatrick has a better record. He never played a playoff game.
Well, you know what it is? It's about football, and we do this with everything football related. We keep setting the bar higher, you know?
And even if he was a first ballot Hall of Famer, you never won a Super Bowl. Like, that's what it's going to be, unless you are the greatest of all time.
How much has the perception changed if he wins that game?
I don't know.
28-3.
He's a Hall of Famer.
No, I disagree.
You will put him
I
in.
know.
An MVP, Super Bowl winning quarterback goes into the Hall of Fame.
I disagree, because there are folks that argue Eli Manning shouldn't be a Hall of Famer, and he's got 2 of them.
And
What
they're
is he but
crazy.
for those 2 games?
From Duffy, they're idiots.
No, but I disagree. And Nick Foles, I mean, wait, he had a heck of a run. Is Nick Foles a Hall of Famer? I mean, if you're going to start counting Super Bowls, Dan Marino's not a Hall of Famer. Matt Ryan is. Super Bowls should not be a quarterback stat.
What I get out of this whole segment is that Pat Duffy refuses to admit he's an idiot.
Yeah, although the quarterback we mentioned won 2 Super Bowls.
Who's that?
Eli Manning.
Well, he's 2 games away from not being in the Hall of Fame.
And that's the thing.
But that's what I'm talking about. Matt Ryan should be in the Hall of Fame if he had won that game.
It's 2 one way and 1 the other. It's amazing how much weight we attach.
Put him in the Hall for crying out loud.